Still in the lobby. We hope you can hear us okay because it is loud. This place is crowded. So I want to introduce you guys to a couple guys that I just met. First off,
Trip Rodriguez.
And
Clifford, a.k.a. Miku.
Awesome, fantastic. Now we can't skip this. We got to touch on this. What are you wearing, my friend?
I'm wearing a costume that I put together originally for the 2014 Star Citizen event in Boston. This is the third event that I've worn it to. It was pieced together out of various different things I found on eBay over a couple months and then had to do a whole lot of work to make it look like something it isn't. So I had a lot of fun with it. Melted down the goggles with a heat gun and warped them to fit my face and the armor. I used steel spray paint and dry brush technique and then made it look like metal, like the black had been worn away, which did a complete transformation to it.
That is awesome. That is badass. Now, what I want to know from both of you guys, we'll start with you, Clifford. What does Star Citizen mean to you?
It means finally being able to explore the vast universe I've always wanted to explore and find my fortune among the stars.
Oh, that's beautiful. And what about you, Trip?
For me, I think it's the same thing as a lot of us. It's the realization of that childhood fantasy of being in Star Wars or in The Last Starfighter. And for me, The Last Starfighter really resonates on Star Citizen because I've been playing space video games since I was, I guess around 10 years old. But this is the first time I'm going to be doing something that's so close to reality that it's the satisfaction of that fantasy, the level of fidelity.
No, that is beautiful. And sorry, guys, it's getting loud in here. It's getting crazy. Let's go ahead and kick things off and send it upstairs to Jared. See you guys.
Thanks, Tyler, and thanks, Trip Rodriguez and Clifford, a.k.a. Miku. We are back live at our CitizenCon 2946 pre-show here at the Avalon Hollywood, and joining me now is our Director of Community Engagement, Online Strategy, and Spaceships, Mr. Benjamin Lesnick. Ben, how you doing, man?
Hello, I'm doing okay. I have a little beef with you, though.
What?
You just interviewed Phil Miller, and you focused on Star Citizen, not Privateer 2.
Yes. Well, I don't have your predilection for all things Wing Commander. You are, without a doubt, the #1 Wing Commander fan in the universe, I suppose. But let's talk about CitizenCon.
All right.
We are here at the 4th annual CitizenCon. You were not only at the first CitizenCon, you were instrumental, along with Sandy Gardner, in the creation of CitizenCon. So why don't you tell us about how CitizenCon came to be?
Well, I should stress that all of the good parts are Sandy.
Absolutely, as is usually the case.
Ever since the very start of their campaign, before we even launched the crowdfunding campaign, she was talking about, we have to do a convention like Blizzard does with BlizzCon, and so she was kind of hitting the CitizenCon drum every single meeting we had that first year. Meanwhile, Pete Mackey, our first hire in Austin, and we just really wanted to show the Wing Commander movie in 35mm at the Alamo Drafthouse, which is this incredible theater downtown Austin. And somehow our desire to get the company to have like a night where we did that meshed with Sandy's want to throw this event for the fans, backers, and it became the first CitizenCon. So we actually went. It was a 2-part CitizenCon. We kicked off at the Alamo. We did a presentation. Just
boo!
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 They're booing down there. So I'm sorry. Continue.
You're going great. So we had the presentation just like this. We showed the Wing Commander movie, and then we had the fantastic night at this bar, the Hangar Bar, I think, in Austin.
Right. And now the second CitizenCon was actually right here in the Avalon Hollywood.
Right here at the Avalon, yeah, although it seems a lot bigger now.
Does it?
Yeah, I was thinking it seems a lot more, I don't know, open.
I don't know. I don't know where to go with that. It seems exactly the same size as it was before me, but maybe, I don't know. So Avalon Hollywood and CitizenCon 2940. I was supposed to say 2944. I'm totally in fiction here today. So the second annual CitizenCon.
It was 44. This is 46.
Yes. So the CitizenCon 2944 was right here in the Avalon. That was where we showed, if I'm remembering correctly, the very first approach to ArtCorp. Was showed at that CitizenCon.
Sounds right. I got to be honest, a lot of these times I'm so anxious that I'm just backstage, like, nervously hoping it goes well, so yes. I missed the actual presentation.
Yes. No, that's me being up here, not back there. So yeah. So the second annual CitizenCon was right here in LA. Last year's CitizenCon was in Manchester.
I didn't make it out to that one, but it looked like it was an incredible event.
Under a Concorde.
Yeah, they did it in Air Museum. It was a fantastic venue.
Gotcha. And then at that CitizenCon, we showcased our first look at Squadron 42 with the Moro tour, stuff like that. And Can I convince you to spill anything about what we're seeing this year?
I can't spill anything. I mean, you should leave that to Chris Roberts, and I think we're going to see the next evolution of Star Citizen tonight. They've got a demo that it's pretty incredible. I've seen it when it was incredibly broken, and it was pretty incredible. So it's just getting better.
I saw it when we were doing the calibrations, and it was pretty amazing. So Ben, we're going to let you go. We're going to throw it back to another video. I don't know what we got up next, but Thomas Hennessy in the control room. Let's take it away.
You know what we should do? We need to thank the backers because we haven't mentioned them yet, and they have just been incredible. There's just so much energy here that I wish we could get across. Just walking outside and having people come up to you and shake your hand and
absolutely
tell you how excited they are.
The last 2 nights of fan meetups. Last night at 33 Taps right across the street, and then the night before that in the Arsenal Law. It is absolutely overwhelming. But with that, we're going to throw it to the next video, and then we'll come on right back. So guys. Yep.
Hey guys, sorry about that. It's a little trouble hearing in here because it is packed. It is getting loud. It's getting crazy. The party continues. The house is packed. We're going to be starting soon. But before, I want to introduce you to a couple guys who you probably already recognize. So first off, who are you?
Hey, I'm Ben Barron. I'm from Dallas.
Awesome. And you?
Jill getting money from Chicago, Illinois.
Awesome. And have you guys been in town did you guys fly in yesterday or when did you guys get here?
A long time for TwitchCon and stayed through here.
Okay. And you?
I've been here since Thursday.
Okay, awesome. And so I got a question for you guys. What does the Star Citizen community mean to you guys?
It's a family of really, really talented individuals who all get along so well.
Just the passion and support that these guys have. You know, after seeing and hanging out with these guys, these are the most lovable group of guys you could be around. They're so supportive and so awesome, and I just love that about this community.
Awesome. Well, I'm happy to have you guys here. I hope you guys enjoy the show. So let's go ahead and kick things to another video. We'll see you guys soon.
So the Dragonfly was basically, a new category of vehicle for Star Citizen. We'd worked with small spaceships, 1-seater, 2-seater, multi-crew. The ships were just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and that was working for the universe. But now with 3.0 coming up, and us sort of going planet side, which was just shown in the demos, Chris really was pushing for a personal vehicle, basically, essentially a space motorcycle, like a space hog. And so with that in mind, the Dragonfly is kind of like the perfect candidate, because its styling is a little bit, it's a little bit lowbrow, it's quite mechanical, especially, we've just been dealing with the Caterpillar. And so, we work with those requirements, and the design team, with their brief that that gave us, they want something small, something that can hover above land, something that also can fly in space, so you can just boot it out of the back of your freelancer. And so this was a lot of fun. So, this was a brand new, again, it was like carte blanche almost. And so this is always what us art guys want and what the concept guys want. And so you'll see today that, through the process, how we've developed it.
This ship was interesting to design first because it's small, it's allowed it to go everywhere on ground, on planets, and we can also go in space with it, so it has different functionality, contrary to some other ships that are bigger or different. So the Drake manufacturer is also interesting because of this kind of low-tech industrial look. So it was also a challenge to try to do something iconic, but with a not too design bike. So it was really interesting to do.
So the Dragonfly was challenging at times purely because there's so many kind of exposed components to it that basically means that it becomes a lot more kind of expensive as an asset. With a lot of the bigger ships, you can hide components away, whereas with the Dragonfly, everything's exposed. You have to model everything. There's no smoke and mirrors here.
Essentially, when I get given the model from the guys in the art team, my job is essentially to start breaking that down into the separate items, such as thrusters and all the general parts of the ship itself, such as the nose, the body, and beginning to break them to make them detachable and add damage effects and things like that. Overall, we're beginning just by doing like a real rough white box flyable state on it. So we'll just get the model flying before we start breaking it all up. In the Gamescom demo, we essentially showed off the kind of basic setup of the ground mode and also the space flight mode, where we were essentially showing it going off in space, landing inside the Freelancer, going planet side, going out again, and being usable in its ground mode. We have a lot more to add to that, so we're doing further work on the ground mode flight system, just really tweaking it, making sure that it feels spot on when you're riding along the planet. In addition, we also need to set up the rear seat for a rear-facing passenger. So you will essentially have your buddy on the back just running along with you, and we are eventually going to implement them being able to hold a weapon. So while you're in any chase sequences or modes, you're essentially able to have your guy at the back shooting people off who are approaching from behind. And the final thing that we're looking to implement is a third mode that the Dragonfly has, which is a compact mode, where essentially the ship's nacelles retract, and it basically enables you to store it in its smallest possible state on any of your cargo ships.
I went with Harley Davidson for the kickstart sound originally, which was heavily processed, obviously, to just get that kind of okay, it's a motorbike, but heavily processed. And then it was a matter of finding out essentially what made motorbikes different from cars or spaceships or airplanes. It's the sort of connectedness with the environment, right? You're sort of racing along really near the floor, so the ground rush, particles, rocks, anything like that, that's going to hurt if you hit it hard enough, and the wind rush and stuff. I really wanted to get all of that stuff in there for the Dragonfly, so it was in stark contrast with all the other ships and vehicles we had in the game. The planet side stuff, the in-atmosphere flight, the sort of terrain traversal in wheeled vehicles and hover vehicles like the Dragonfly, I think provide a brilliant contrast between what we're used to, the sort of the space travel aspect, where you've got points of sound, very sharp, contrasty points of sound, very clean in the void. And then on planet side, we've got this much more grounded. When there's an explosion, it's going to echo around in canyons. You feel closer to the ground. You feel much like footsteps, different surfaces, surface types and stuff. You're going to have to feel that through the vehicle, you know. And it just gives I think it's a case of the total is greater than the sum of the parts, really, because the space travel and the planet side stuff, and those two things contrasting with each other, I think, just sort of reinforce each other. So it's kind of picking what we can emphasize, like the ground effect stuff, like echo-y stuff off canyons and mountains and things like that, to give you a sense of where you are. And the two things will provide a brilliant, much enhanced experience, I think, to just space flight, you know.
So I can honestly say the Drake Dragonfly has been my favourite ship to work on so far, just because of adding new things that we've never done before in there. And I'm really looking forward to seeing our backers get their hands on it and do all kinds of crazy stuff while on planets.
Hey everyone, we were about to kick things off, but before we start, I want to stand here and talk with
Ken Shadow.
Awesome. So tell me about what you're wearing. We've seen some cosplay here already today, but this is awesome.
Thanks, man. I modeled the helmet after the medium pirate armor from the game. I used EVA foam to construct it, kind of on top of an armature, and the jacket I put together from some Goodwill parts, and I did an LED matrix on the back. Yep. It's hooked to an Arduino, so it's all programmable and everything, and I'm just super psyched for CitizenCon, man.
No, that's awesome. Totally me too. I'm right here with you, and I think everyone else behind us is excited as well. We're about to kick things off. Is there any last-minute shout-outs you want to give before we send it up to Jared?
So, Guard Frequency Podcast. They're my homies, host on there every once in a while, great guys, and I made a card game in the forums, so check it out.
Awesome. Can you put this thing on? That is awesome. All right, we're going to go ahead and kick things up to Jared Huckabee. We hope you guys enjoy CitizenCon 2946.
Thanks, Tyler. Ken Shadow, one of our oldest backers. That's a fantastic outfit, Ken Shadow.
That is cool.
Thanks for showing up with that. We are back with our live CitizenCon 2946 pre-show. I'm Community Manager Jared Huckabee, and with me now is Development Director of Foundry 42 Frankfurt, Mr. Bob Chumley.
Yes,
Bob
yes.
Chumley.
Yes.
How you doing, Bob?
It's great to be here, man.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Good. This is Brian Chambers. Brian, Development Director of Foundry 42.
Yes.
Now, you've been on many of our broadcasts, our weekly Around the Verse, our Reverse the Verse. You even did a 10 for the Chairman, filling in for Chris Roberts once. But we have a lot of new viewers. The viewership of our broadcast tonight is through the roof. Some folks may not know who you are, so why don't you tell us, in broad strokes, who is Brian Chambers, and what does the Development Director of Foundry 42 Frankfurt actually do?
I basically run the show. I run the office in Frankfurt. So we started with a small group. We've built up a team, and I'm basically responsible to make sure that the office is running the way it needs to, development's running the way that it needs to. It touches all facets of development in Frankfurt. We have a large cinematics team, large design, large amount of core engine work, AI work, weapons work, so on. So it's keeps my hand full from, architecting out the space and building out an office to picking colors and flooring to using my 20 years of development experience on a daily basis.
Now, we just expanded the Frankfurt office. I was just out there in August, and you had knocked through a wall, and you were ready to expand. Is that expansion done now?
Just about. I think we're physically moved in there. They had a couple things left to do that were just cosmetic, but it was definitely it's functional. So the expansion, previous to expansion, we had 49 desks. Now it opens up to we could have up to 74 people in there.
Wow.
Yeah, and the head count gets us right about 74. When I map out really what we would like to have the proper coverage across all the disciplines, I say right around. We have a solid plan, but some of the flexibility I work with Aaron in the UK office very closely. And some of those positions, we actually advertise for both UK and Germany.
Right.
And so whenever we can wherever we find the best person for that discipline, we'll hire them there, and then we'll close it out.
Gotcha.
Right. So.
Now, without getting too far into the superstructure of Star Citizen, Cloud Imperium Games is our U.S.-based development company. Foundry 42 is in Europe with offices in Manchester and in Frankfurt.
Yep.
You say you have the ability to expand up to 74?
74
people, and we're in the process of expanding not only your office but the Manchester office and our Austin office and the L.A. office. They've been moving desks in left and right.
Absolutely.
What are some of the things that the Foundry 42 Frankfurt office are responsible for? Now, I know a lot of studios, their areas of responsibility are quite broad.
Yes,
but what are some of the teams that exist in the Frankfurt office?
Yeah, as far as teams, and when I say responsible, in the terms I say, we may have some of the leads and directors there, but it is really cross-studio development, right? So we have AI team. So we have our lead AI programmer, and we have a small team there. But we also have AI programmers in the UK and also in Austin, right?
Yes.
But when I say we're leading it up, that's where a majority of the team is, and that's where we're trying to push and get the most work done and scheduled. We also have a huge core engine team. They have a tremendous amount of experience working with the current technology that we have. So I think right now we're at about 9 people working on core engine.
Okay.
And that goes from rendering to procedural planet work to tools to animation programming and so on. We own all the cinematics for Squadron 42. So there's about 9-10 people there working on the cinematics. Large design team. Design team, though, they cross, basically they touch a bit of everything, right? From both system design and level design. We have the entire weapons team in Frankfurt, which is total.
Just FPS weapons or ship weapons?
No, it's both FPS and ship.
Okay.
So what am I missing out? But then we also have other small pockets, right? We have a small QA team that's there. We also have an effects artist and technical artist and so on. So we're touching a bit of everything.
Gotcha. Now, you did mention procedural planets.
Yes,
Anytime
I did.
you mention procedural planets, that's a big buzzword lately.
Yeah, I know.
We just had our Gamescom presentation where we revealed our second look, actually, at our upcoming procedural planets
technology. Absolutely.
The first look was back at our holiday live stream in 2015.
From the people to planet.
The people to planet, and then Sean Tracy, piloting the Cutlass very live and very nervously.
I was nervous for that too, man.
Well, we were there before the show, and he was rehearsing the landing because Sean Tracy is a brilliant, programmer, engineer, CryEngine superstar, but not so good at the landing of a Cutlass. He was very nervous, and we rehearsed that. He'd done everything. It was so smooth coming in over, and then he'd get to the landing and just explode over and over again. So I hope Sean Tracy doesn't mind me sharing.
We were nervous on that People to Planet. We had gotten the tech done. It was still fairly new, though, right? We put it in, and we hadn't, as we say, beaten it up enough, in our opinion, right? I'd want to have it in test hands for a long time to really make sure we worked out everything. So when they say, hey, we're playing it live, at that point, everything had been stable. So we had confidence, but we were still like, oh, are we good? And we were good. And, it's as the evolution has shown then up to Gamescom and so on, I mean, the base is really solid. I'm proud of the team for the efforts and what they've put into the tech. You got Marco Corbetta, Carson Wenzel, whole team there that's been really pushing on that tech. They really know what they're doing, and it truly is some bleeding edge stuff that they're doing.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was that. So we debuted it at the holiday live stream.
Yep.
We showcased it in a brilliant 50-minute long demonstration. Not just of the procedural planet tech, but of the entire Star Citizen Alpha 3.0.
Yep.
Tech.
Absolutely.
From the mission system to flying down to the planets. Seamless transition from planet to planet and stuff like that. When you came on board, how long have you been with the Star Citizen project now?
I started in January of 15.
All right, January 2015.
Yeah.
When you came on board, did you think that we were going to be there? Did you think we were going to be where we're at now so soon with 3.0 approaching so quickly and the procedural planets and all that stuff? Did you think we'd be here already?
No, honestly. It'd be perfectly honest. I mean, we knew that the procedural work really needed to come in place in order for us to make the expansive universe that this world has, right? We knew it had to. And it was on the roadmap of what to do and when to do it and had its own priority. Its priority, though, was further out. We kind of in the shadows in Frankfurt, kind of hush-hush, and a couple guys, primarily Marco Corbetta, grabbed it and said, hey, I want to do this. And we all supported him, and again, kind of did it on the down low and said, hey, Chris, this is what I've done. Look at my progress. And we were all, literally, some of the first I saw was when Hannes had already had the tech in his hands for People to Planet. And they're like, hey, watch this. And the planet is this tiny dot on screen, and they're flying, and they're going, and they're going. Literally 10 minutes later, we're like, oh, come on, just get there already, right? But then we just waited another 5 minutes. He's on the planet. And we're like, what? What did we just see? And honestly, that was it. And we just said, okay, cool. This is awesome. Here's a foundation. The rest of the team wrangled behind and started working on atmospheric, started working on water, started working on other bits, right? And even started working on a tool set in unison of then how do we provide artists an efficient way. And yeah.
All right, so I am being told in my headset here
we
have Tyler Witkin with a very special guest standing by. So Tyler Witkin, take it away, buddy.
Hey guys, we are just moments away from the start of CitizenCon 2946. I just ran into this guy. This is
Commander Shepard, 07, guys.
Awesome. And so where did you come from to get to CitizenCon today?
Tampa, Florida. Flew in on Friday, and I've been here for 3 days.
Okay, well, fantastic. Glad to have you here. So I got a question for you. What does Star Citizen mean to you?
It really is the same vision that Chris Roberts has. I'm looking forward to it being the best damn space sim ever. So if I get to have that, you're the guy in Star Wars that gets to fly the ship and do the stuff, and that's it. I mean, it's the amazing sci-fi culture that I grew up with, and now I get to be that by playing the game.
No, I totally am with you. That is absolutely beautiful. So before we send you off really quick, do you have any really quick shout-outs?
Real quick shout-outs to Redacted, Test Squadron, Twerk 17, Squadron 42. Can't wait. So shout-out to the the MMO.
Awesome. All right, guys, we are about to start. Let's kick it up to Jared. We are happy that you guys are tuned in. Let's do this.
And we're back to the CitizenCon 2946 pre-show here at the Avalon Hollywood in beautiful sunny Southern California. And I am here with Mr. Bug Smasher himself, gameplay programmer Mark Aben. Mark, how you doing, man?
How's it going? Pretty good.
Now, we haven't had you on a live broadcast or even just an interview broadcast in some time because, somebody, got his own show every other Wednesday,
Well,
Bug Smashers.
when the streams are going, I'm usually in the back. Gotta get this working.
Now, you're a gameplay programmer.
Yes.
That's your actual title. Folks in the community know you as a bug smasher. What exactly is it that you do for Stars? It's more than just finding bugs and fixing bugs. That's just the thing that we put on, the Wednesday TV show. But why don't you tell us real quick, what is it that you do for Star Citizen?
What is it that you do here?
What do you do here? This is actually, I meant to say, this is your yearly review, actually.
Oh, okay.
So what do I do for Star Citizen?
In that case, I do everything. No. I do all sorts of things, mostly on the gameplay level. I work with designers. They have some crazy system that they want to get in their head. They know how it works. And then I have to take that and figure out how to get it into game code that will work in real time.
Okay.
My main thing that I'm working on now is the whole Item 2.0 system.
All right, and what can you, for those, again, we have a lot of viewers who have never tuned into Star Citizen before, who are discovering Star Citizen for the first time. What is the Item 2.0 system?
So the Item, so I should go with the original system, Item 1.0. It's basically, we were utilizing Crytek's original item system. It worked for that game. It did all the updates, it did all this stuff that we want to do, but it's very bloated. It won't work in a multi-threaded environment, and it's over-complex for what it does. It's also very hard to add new things without a developer spending a lot of time.
Okay.
So with Item 2.0, we said, let's just get rid of that system and let's build our own infrastructure. Something that will work with Star Citizen, something where we could have 30,000 items that are updated only when needed.
Gotcha.
Do a batch update where they update here and here, not stall the main thread. We could, the main thread is doing something here, and then we could go update stuff in the background, and you'll still see the same stuff. It's just now you have better FPS.
Gotcha. And it's not just optimization. Item 2.0 it allows us to have crew stations that can talk to each other. Your information seen over here. I mean, Item 2.0 enables all kinds of stuff within the engine.
Well, it's also like with the old system, you kind of had to build every bit of logic, and if you wanted to use this piece and that part, you'd have to copy and paste it into there, and it's just a headache. So what we've done with Item 2.0 is build everything into these things called components. So we have a component for animation, a component for physics, a component for interactions. So all designers have to do is go, I want physics, I want animation, I want interactions, stick them on this item, and they could determine how it works. So if you want to build like a station, you get the physics and all that stuff. You get maybe the gameplay logic that controls what the station does and how it controls things. And designers literally grab pieces, and then it just works.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So your Bug Smasher show, the episodes are only 20 minutes long. And you show
only.
You're only 2 minutes long. But I mean, it takes a lot longer than 20 minutes to fix a bug.
Oh, we film for like 30, 40 minutes.
Okay, but when you start the film, do you actually have the solution to the bug already in mind?
I mean,
you're not figuring it out live on camera.
You're
cheating.
Well, these
That's
are
what I'm
bugs
getting at, Mark.
that
You're
are.
cheating.
I cheat because these are bugs that are already been fixed and into the game.
All right.
It's more or less describing the problem and the solution to that. Things to actually fix in real time. They could take 5 minutes. Oh, it's like, I know this is what it is. Or it could take a week, a month, because you don't know what's happening. You could have something that has bad data over here, and you're looking over here, and it's like, what's going on? Why is this getting affected? And then you find it here, and it's like, what? And then, you're trying to piece together, build the logic, and it just gets crazy. But the reason why they call me the Bug Smasher is because in the original release, I had no CryEngine experience. And none when I started on this project.
Okay.
So we had to get like all these things, and things were broken, and I didn't know any of the systems. So I was like, just give me the bug. I will dig in and find it. So I would spend hours figuring out how things would work, and that's how I learned the engine.
and on our dime.
And on yes.
All right. Well, I think it's worked out. We love having you here.
I love it.
And we love the Bug Smasher show that comes every other Wednesday. So with that, we're gonna let you go, guys. We are still proceeding with our CitizenCon live pre-show. Folks, things are just getting underway. I'm hitting my ears that we're close. We're getting closer. But right now, we're gonna throw it back down to Tyler Wicken on the show floor with another special guest.
Hey everyone, as you guys can see, it's getting absolutely crazy in here. I hope you guys can even hear me. Everybody is having to find their inner patience because we are about to get started. Before we do, I just ran into this gentleman.
Gray-headed gamer, what's up, everybody?
Hey, gray-headed gamer, how are you doing today?
Absolutely fantastic.
Awesome, and so are you in an organization?
Yes, I am. Galactic Callers Guild. Wish you guys could be here, but you're here in spirit.
Yeah, awesome. Is there anything else you want to say to them at all?
Oh, man, it's super exciting. I'll post as many pictures as I can, but make sure you guys are ready for a great stream next Saturday.
Awesome, and I understand that you're actually a streamer, yeah?
Yes. Moved from YouTube over to Twitch. CryEngine got a little more difficult as the game progressed, so we stream Saturday nights. Great show. Just get together with the community because that's what it's all about. Give away ships, talk to content creators, and have basically a good time and have a few beers. And
yeah, go ahead. Plug the channel. Where can people find you at?
That would be twitch.tv/grayheadedgamer. Gray with an A, not an E, because we're American.
Awesome.
And Saturday nights, midnight Eastern time, Not So Sober Saturday. Great show.
Awesome, fantastic. So one thing I want to know from you, what does the Star Citizen community mean to you? There's so many people here, finally getting to put faces to so many names. It's absolutely beautiful. What does it mean to you?
Well, I tell you, it's passion. This community is unlike any gaming community I've ever been involved with. You can't go to an event like this and not feel welcome and like a family almost. And that's where I think most of us that do stream, we do it just for the community. We don't do it for ourselves. We don't get sponsored by the company or Twitch or anything. We're doing it because we love the community. Yeah. So it's an absolute joy.
I just want to hug you right now. Can we bring it? Oh, that's
hug
great.
It out, man.
That's great. And so we're going to go ahead and kick things up to Jared. Guys, everybody here is just as ready as you are. Everybody's excited. Everybody's hyped. Let's kick it up to Jared. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Tyler and Gray-Headed Gamer. Thank you so much. We are back with our live CitizenCon 2946 pre-show with Senior Writer. Hello, Senior Writer.
Why,
Will
hello.
Weisbaum. How you doing, man?
It's great to be here. CitizenCon 2946 or 2016 outside of lore.
No. 2946, we are strictly in lore. We're all about the immersion. Come on, man. Come on, it's all about the immersion. So Senior Writer, not just on Star Citizen, but on Squadron 42.
On the entire project.
On the entire project. So what does a Senior Writer do? Like we have a lead writer, that's Dave Haddock.
Yeah.
And we have an associate writer, that's Adam Weezer. What is a Senior Writer?
I'm the delicious cream filling in between those two other writers.
You heard it here first. Will Weisbaum, the delicious cream filling.
I work closely with Dave to help fill in all of the narrative and lore needs for the... Oh, we got very excitement happening on here. Let's go now live to the... No, that's not...
Don't do that.
So from anywhere from working very closely with the designers and the artists to come up with... I like to think of us as kind of like a triangle of creativity there. Like design has an idea for fun gameplay element, art has a great idea for a cool location, and we have an idea for story. And sometimes it all starts from a different point, but we all come together somewhere in the middle and it works out great.
All right.
Just now on Friday we were having a costume discussion with the art team about what some of the NPCs in 3.0 are going to be wearing, and that was a lot of fun talking about the different planets and how do you go down and what's their feel of them, but also how to make it realistic so that they all shop at the same store kind of thing. Like, it's if you go from LA to New York, there's some differences, but everyone still wears Levi jeans. So kind of thinking about like a global approach that way. So that was a lot of fun. And so stuff like that is happening all the time. And it's one of my favorite parts about being on the project is I never know what I'm going to do day to day.
Gotcha.
So,
are you involved at all in the quest creation and writing the lore?
Oh yeah, definitely. We've been doing a ton of meetings now with the with the Persistent Universe design team trying to figure out some more of the missions. It's very exciting here. It almost feels like they're cheering for me.
Yes,
Are they?
Yes, they're cheering for us. They're cheering for us. All right. So you write the missions. I want to pitch you a mission, all right?
Oh, yeah.
All right. The player goes up to a console.
Okay, yeah.
You know, he triggers the console and it says, hey, I've got a mission for you. I've lost my keys. I don't know where my keys are. Could you find my keys? And it says DL. And you accept the mission, and right there on top of the mission terminal are the keys. the thing goes, boop, they're right there. And you just grab the keys, and then you turn it in, you just drop it in a slot. You complete the mission, entire mission, from getting it to fulfilling it to turning it in, all right there at the thing. You find my keys. Can we make that happen?
Yeah, that sounds great. No, that's in.
Right.
I've been pushing to allow you to work as a singing telegram in the universe. I think just to have like
Hello,
a birthday
my baby.
wish.
Hello, my honey.
Just to have to go somewhere. Yeah.
All right. All right. So let's see if we can throw it to Tyler Wicken here. I understand Tyler Wicken's got another guest down on the show floor. Hey, Tyler, take it away. Ow!
Well, so apparently I don't even need to introduce this guy because apparently everybody in the room already knows. DJ, where are you coming from for today?
Coming from Orlando, Florida.
Awesome, fantastic. And I want to know right now, everyone's watching, what does Star Citizen mean to you?
Community. One thing that I've seen since the day I started playing this game is that the community is so together, so respectful, so loving, and so welcoming to everybody that becomes a Star Citizen. Anybody who gets a package, is just that, to me, that makes everything all that much better.
Yeah,
because
totally.
every time
I'm right there with
that
you,
comes
man.
in, everybody is just as welcome as can be. People are so helpful. They're like, all right, do you know how to pull your ship out here? Let me come in. Let me help you out. And that, you can't get any better than that, than a community that is so happy to see other people as passionate about this project as we all are. So I'm stoked to be here. Stoked to be here. Feels awesome that anybody even started a chant about my name. That feels amazing.
Dude, the energy in here is real. The energy. You want to test this right now?
Palpable. Let's do it.
You want to go ahead, tell them to make some noise for us right now. Let's make some noise. Yeah, show them make some noise. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and kick it straight back up to Jared Huckabee. Thanks, guys.
DJ Knight! DJ Knight! DJ. Oh,
I keep
we're
waiting
live.
for the
We're live.
wrestling match to start.
We're live. All right.
Someone is
So-
going to come off the top rope.
Can we? Can we do that? Can we do that?
It's not
do
too
a
far.
flying elbow off the top rope.
Yeah.
All right, we're back with our CitizenCon 2946 pre-show. We are now here with tech designer,
Tech designer.
Mr. Calix Renault. Calix, how you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good.
I'm really excited for tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Just me. I'm the only one who's
I'm
feeling
sure
any
you're
emotions
the only person excited
at the
for
moment.
what we got going on tonight.
You know.
Now we've talked a whole bunch of times.
Yeah.
We've talked many times. We go way back.
I actually know your name.
Yeah. What's my name?
Jared?
Close enough. All right. Now, you're a tech designer out of our LA office here.
Yes.
For all the new folks who are watching at home, what does a tech designer do as relates to Star Citizen Squadron 42?
Well, design is always tricky because no one really knows what designers do. What it comes down to is that a designer will dream up exactly what you'll do and then the way you'll do it. So, not only like going back to cargo and grabby hands and missiles and radar, all these things at some point had somebody go, well, what do you want to have happen, right? And then so once you have that basis, you can't stop there because that doesn't make the thing happen. So next, what we do, and the part that is specifically my job is how does this actually work? How does this tie into the code? How does this tie into the interaction of the player, the communication of the HUD? All those things have to come together or else the thing doesn't actually work.
Yeah.
So the primary way that I do that is by making prototypes. I use FlowGraph and CryEngine to fake it first.
You make some very complicated flow graphs. I played with flow graphs and CryEngine when I was a fan, and I thought I had a pretty decent handle on flow graphs. So then I come and I walk by your station, and it's just this intricate spider web of interlocking boxes. I'm like, how do you keep track
My favorite
of that?
is always when I invite a programmer over, because that's the point. I have the thing working. Hey, programmer, come here. I'm going to show you what this does because you're going to make it actually work. I do it in a contained environment where I have control over every variable. but I'm only trying to say demonstrate the behavior.
Okay.
So when they come over to show, and I show them, and they're like, "How did you do that? I'm pretty sure that's not possible. We didn't make anything that allows you to do that. So what is this? No, really, what is this?" And so I always feel really good when I completely destroy programmers' expectations of what can happen in the game.
All right. So with that, we're going to throw it back to Tyler Wicken on the show floor. He's got another special guest. Tyler, take it away, man.
Hey, we're live. We are live right now. So I am joined here today with
Fastcard.
Fastcard, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Let me tell you, out of everybody here, I was looking forward to meeting you more than anybody else. I always see you in the streams. I always see you involved in the community. I think it's wonderful. I think a lot of people appreciate all of your friendship.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate them too.
No problem. So I understand you went to a Bar Citizen recently in New York, right?
Yeah, New York last week.
Yeah, do you have any cool stories from that night?
Yeah, we took the train to go to the venue,
Yeah.
but the stop that we stopped at didn't have an elevator to get me up.
No, they didn't have an elevator?
No, so it was
just in case you guys don't realize, it's because he's got this awesome ride, and it's not really fair because I wanted one, and they wouldn't give me one.
so they had to carry the cart up the stairs, 3 flights.
They carried this up the stairs?
Yeah, it was like, not like a short flight, like, in a house or something.
Yeah.
It's a subway flight.
Oh, wow. Those are huge.
Those are long and huge.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it was I'm sorry to Gamble, Ichiru, Drunk Pack, and yeah.
That's a great group of guys.
Yeah, they got the job done.
No, that's awesome. Did you guys have a fun time at the Bar Citizen?
Oh, yes.
That's awesome. And so what I want to know from you is, what does the Star Citizen community mean to you?
It means a lot to me. I mean, I love the community. It's more mature than like other MMOs, and they're so friendly and helpful. If someone needs something, they're on it.
That's beautiful. So we're going to go ahead and shoot things up to Jared. I know I keep saying it, guys, but we are just about to start. Let's kick it up to Jared. Thank you, Fast Cart.
And guys, guess what? That's it. Our pre-show is at an end. We are ready to finally start CitizenCon 2946, our presentation. I'm being told the curtain's about to open. The people are about to take the stage. So for all of us here in the community team, all right, so they're talking to my ear. From everybody here on the community team, from everybody at CIG, Foundry 42, and 4 studios around the world, thank you so much for joining us on our 4th anniversary. That's it.